Guests on the show today are Brick Award winners at Thursday night's Night of Distinction from Southern Michigan Bank and Trust President and CEO John Waldron and Vice President and Commercial Loan Officer Mike Joris. Hey guys.
Good morning, Mark.
Art, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, thanks.
Welcome to the show and congratulations on your Brick Award.
Yeah, thank you. We were excited to receive it, and the amount of things going on in improvements here in Jackson over the last few years. We were just talking before the show started. It's quite phenomenal.
Yeah, John and I were both at the Night of Glow, the Chamber Jackson Symphony Orchestra concerto with a quartet of strings providing music of Fleetwood Mac in the Jackson County Tower Ballroom, and it was unbelievable.
That's a tongue twister. But yeah,
did well.
it was amazing. 3 violins and the cello could do what they did. It was quite amazing. Talked to Steve Trozen after, and he said they'll probably try to do it again. It sold out 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It was sold out for. That's if you didn't hear about it, it just sold out instantly, and they added a second night, and that sold out. So they plan, because of the success, there will be more. So stay tuned.
So downtown was literally rocking then Saturday night. Parking was at a premium, and restaurants were full. It was great to see.
Yeah, and you guys, both of you were born and raised here, so you've seen a lot. And I got to believe it's never been better in your lifetimes.
Yeah, I was walking down from the branch and walking past everything. I was just like, wow, it's just great to see. All the new businesses and what they're, bringing to Jackson is truly, truly amazing.
I think you both could have won 2 Brick Awards because you had 2 beautiful projects in Jackson in the last year.
We do. We have the loan production office over here across from your studio at 113 West Michigan, which is what we won the award for, which is where I spend my time in Jackson. And then Mike's down at the branch on Jackson Street, and that turned out very good as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful branch, and great to have that as part of the community.
Yeah, 2 new downtown facilities, the loan production office and the offices in the atrium, now owned by Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, and the branch on Jackson at the corner of 200, the 200. Some of the work being done, I think you said Mercer did that?
Yeah, Mercer was the construction manager, and Tucker Williams at Copper Orchid was the decorator. Jason Cavell was the architect, and then 95% of the subs were local. We spent every dime we could here locally, and it's turned out really good. You see there from where we started to where it ended, it just couldn't have been better.
The building has a lot of history.
Building has a lot. It's like 100 years old. There's a nice one at night. Yeah, it was the original Jacobson's building. 1920, I think it started construction. How much homework did you do? I did a little bit of reading before we started.
Well, the work was spectacular. The place looks great, and you were able, your architect and your contractor, Cavell and Mercer, were able to retain a lot of the elements of the original building. Yeah,
that was the goal. We kept the floor, and we kept some of the ceiling, and like I say, it's turned out great, and we're very pleased.
I overheard Kirk Mercer tell the 2 of you at your branch at the grand opening that he's been a customer. In fact, his dad was a customer of Southern Michigan Bank Trust 60, 70 years ago.
It might have went back to his grandfather possibly as well. But yeah, Kirk brought in a loan document for a piece of equipment from, God, I think it was back in the 70s. He still had it in his files.
Well, it's been a year of growth, really, for your bank. I would call it an explosion of how you've hit this market and made your presence known.
always comes down to people, Bart, and we have a great group that came over and joined Southern Michigan, and we have a lot of fun, and we do as much business as we can, and enjoy being in Jackson.
That you mentioned fun, and when I was interviewing with John, I said, John, can you make me a promise? He said, what's that, Mike? And I said, you'll promise I'll have fun? He said, Mike, I can promise you we'll have fun. And we've been having a lot of fun. So it's great.
The award, one of, I think, 4, presented to some great projects in Jackson, and sponsored by Jackson Commercial Contractors Association. There's the ISD, Obtain Graphics, City of Jackson Fire Department, and you. You mentioned in your video about the award that the bank is the oldest, or one of the 2 oldest?
Second oldest bank headquartered in Michigan.
Wow.
Yep. 152 years now, about $1.4 billion in assets. We're number 8th largest bank headquartered in Michigan.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
How was 2023 for SMBT?
It was good. Banking in general was, it was unique with what interest rates have done over the last 18, 24 months. But you said it well. We were received very well in the community, and we have a lot of great clients that came with us. And we were sitting around the other day looking at our client list and some banking clients that are coming over, and I looked around the table, and there's about 200 years worth of experience sitting around that table of 5 people. So very happy. Couldn't be going any better.
How does a bank start a branch, one of at least 2 that are planned in this new market, essentially from the ground up?
Well, I think the number one thing is good talent, and John has just done that, and obviously help in any way we can to join. You get the talent, but John's the one that puts together the team, and we have a great team down at the branch. I mean, we have Sarah Waltz, branch manager. She came over from Fifth Third. Melissa Easter, Fifth Third. Lori Smith from I think it was Ann Arbor State Bank at one time, and but all these people we've known and worked with. Andrew DeHaven came over from Old National, and then Shirley came over from the car dealership. But all of them know, customer relationships and how to talk to customers and treat customers, and that's really what it's all about: is formulating a team and getting that team to, get the customer involved and get to know the customer.
We've seen national or regional banks, or even banks from Southeast Michigan, move into the Jackson area, try to make a stab at it, and then they've retreated or downsized. It seems like the locally owned small town banker is the formula for success in this town.
Bart, I work for 2 large banks, and the difference between big banks and small community banking is just phenomenal. Because when you're putting a deal together and you're talking to the big bank people and you're trying to formulate that deal, and if it doesn't fit into their puzzle, they're not going to do it. It doesn't matter how much history you can talk to them about. Tell them about that they started in Jackson, they've been part of the Jackson Fiber for X number of years. That doesn't matter to a big bank. But to a community bank, where we know our customers, that's the big difference. And that's fabulous to have in your hip pocket, that, hey, John knows them, Bill knows them, Dave knows them, somebody knows them. And we can a lot of times put the deal together. So it's...
There's more to come. You could possibly win another Brick Award.
Possibly. Yeah, Weatherwax and Horton. We will go. The plan is to get in front of the township in March, and then get it out to bid and break ground. It'll certainly be open in '24.
Besides operating all the functions of a bank, you guys are part of the community in a number of ways. Number of organizations, nonprofits, and events. You see your involvement.
We try to be, you can't make everything, but we try to be at most events and try to support most of them. The 50th anniversary of the Macker is coming up this summer. That's one thing we've supported. And then the Michigan Theater renovation. And then Dave Krieger helps run the golf outing for the Friendly Home and the John George Home, and try to get out to all the events we can. And I will say the Chamber did another phenomenal job with their event Thursday. I mean, we're here to talk about that, but they just do a great job. They're great for the community and put out a first-class event as usual.
I think I saw Dave Krieger at the Dr. Ekpo ribbon cutting.
You did. I tried to get to that one. We'll give him a plug in the surgical center out there in Grass Lake. He did my knee a couple, 3 months ago and turned out great. So he's a great doc and a friend.
In your acceptance video, you talked, and just today, about Mercer and Koval and some of the other local people. The Jackson Commercial Contractors Association honors projects that demonstrate their commitment to local. What is the connection, really? Why local from your standpoint in choosing who did your projects?
We all live here, right? And you want to use your friends and neighbors and clients, and it's a no-brainer. I mean, I've been a banker in Jackson for 23 years now, and I've seen a number of projects that Mercer has done, and they're always first class, and they get projects done on time.
Yeah, and then the subs that they used as well. I mean, Flick, Ajax, on and on. They just really great people, great resources to have as well. So.
Well, we congratulate you for your BRIC award, and thanks so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it much, as always.
You bet. Good to see you both. From Southern Michigan Bank and Trust President and CEO John Waldron, and Vice President and Commercial Loan Officer Mike Joris. We've got lots more to come, including a really cool project